Yes,
All
yes.
right, all right.
And
Welcome.
you know, and you all know what time it is.
Okay, let's do this.
Shall you introduce me?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Welcome to Infinity Times Infinity Studios. Thank you for coming. Today is an awesome stream. We got a really interesting question for you guys. Can a $10 clothesline work as a pro drum audio booth? All right. Let's see what our guys have to say about it, okay? I want to show you what we have here.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Let's see
Can
here.
a $10 donkey food restaurant be the same as a 5-star restaurant?
I think it
Absolutely.
can.
That is the question we're asking all of you today.
All right. Thanks for coming. Today we have a special guest here. We haven't had
sir.
him here in a long time. Who we
Even
got?
okay, so
He's a longtime viewer, a
Even-
big fan of the show.
my name is the Fishing Vortex. I
Uh-oh.
do a little bit of fishing videos
Oh,
every once in a
He's
while.
exposed his identity.
However, I've been in one stream before, maybe two, and even if you have watched those, you would not recognize me at all.
Oh.
It's been quite a long time. I've
Yeah.
changed significantly.
And he was
I
wearing
also,
a mask,
I also am showing part of my face.
which he's old enough to now,
Yeah.
according to his mom's.
Hey.
which
Thanks,
is
Mom.
cool. Yeah, thanks,
Thanks, Mom.
moms.
Shout out to you.
Shouts out to your mom. Word to your moms.
He was wearing the mask before the, the pandemics.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, he was
Before the
It was-
Rome World.
it
he was a trailblazer in the mask community.
It was more for
I
fishing,
was
though.
doing that shit before it was cool, man.
Yeah. It was for fishing, though. He didn't
It
want
was.
the fish
I
to
don't
see
like
his
the
face.
sun on my face. I need that camouflage.
Right. Exactly. So Fishing Vortex is here. Of course, we got Dan.
DJ,
DJ
Dank on
Dank.
the ones and twos.
Let's do it. Cut faster. Cut faster. Cut faster. A mix master. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, you see that beat juggle? OMG,
Dude.
right, Davey? I see you, buddy. OMG.
OMG.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is this is the
This is
internet TV station where we sometimes shout out other YouTube internet TV stations, such as Stevie T and Davey 504.
this is the stream. Thanks for hanging out. This is live,
Camera
by the way.
Conspiracies also. Sorry, Casey. Didn't mean to.
I feel like we should shout out Rumi Official too, because he says OMG just
Oh,
as
he
much
does
as
do
Davey.
OMG. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Rumi's an
Okay.
OMG guy.
Okay, I like
So,
that.
We see you out there, Rumi, with
Yeah.
your OMG, with your very foreign sounding OMG, like Davey.
OMG.
OMG. He says, Rumi official. He talks like this. OMG.
The Swedes.
I
bro.
can't believe this, guys.
The Swedes in their takeover of YouTube.
This time I will sing like other people again. You want to hear it, guys? No. Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it anyway.
That was actually a very accurate Rumi Official intro.
Yeah, that's legit.
He
I like
talks
that.
to himself, and he even shit talks on
Yeah.
himself just as much as that.
For sure. Yeah, and if you're watching this out there,
Just got
we're
real
happy to
quiet.
have our Twitches and YouTubers out there
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
supporting the-
lids?
Say so-
what's up to my Twitches.
supporting the fam.
I forgot to say to all of you, thank you once again for being a part of this Infinity Times Infinity Studios live broadcast.
Yes.
and it's in
Shameless
talk
plug.
radio.
Okay, let's get to the let's get to the meat and potatoes. What are the meat and potatoes of the stream today?
Okay, but like, what kind of meat? Are we talking
I'm
steak,
talking
chicken?
I'm talking steak,
Trout,
chicken, the
What did you
chicken
guys
fried
eat?
chicken fried
Salmon?
steak,
Steelhead.
Steelhead?
It's much
Steelhead.
more refined.
that's a
the
trout.
surf and turf, surf and turf.
If
Yeah.
you didn't know, a steelhead is a trout.
It's a rainbow trout.
It's a
People
trout.
think it's a salmon because it's pink, but in
No.
fact, it is a rainbow trout that's gone out to the ocean and then done come back as a hook-nosed weirdo.
Yeah,
On
it comes
today's
back.
episode of
pinker
Facts
than
You
usual.
Didn't Want to Hear.
Facts that have
Yeah.
nothing to do with what anyone would ever be watching the show for.
That's why I'm here, guys. That's my whole
Hey,
thing.
thanks.
I'm gonna give
Steelhead's
you
the
random
bomb.
fish
I
facts
gotta say.
every 3.5 minutes.
Wow. This is going to be the best show we've ever done, I can
Yeah.
tell already.
Okay.
Wow.
Fish facts. Okay. Let's do it. So we got audio, video, and fish. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fish. We have films and audio and video about fish on the
Uh-huh.
Fishing Vortex. Go subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah.
I haven't posted in like 9 months or so.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
watch.
Actually, it's been more than that. It's been a year and 9 months.
Yeah.
Wow. So watch when Josh was a kid.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, the
That-
Fishing
He
Vortex.
was, he was
Not-
a legit
not
fisherman
his
at
name.
that point, though.
I don't know what his name is.
I could fish better than either y'all. Definitely you. And you, back then, on a good day, I could outfish you. Now I can outfish you every single time.
Wow.
Easily.
That's amazing,
That's-
considering I have caught more fish than you the last couple times we went out.
Is that right? When?
That time and then
That
that, time
last
before
time we
that
went
time.
out about 3 months ago in June.
That time and then that time before that time.
I think that sounds like a challenge. You guys need to bring
Uh-oh.
these guys out on a stream
Hey.
one day.
Post in the comments who's the better fisherman, right?
Who's better fisherman? And y'all
A
need to
seasoned
go out on the
veteran of a
boat
man or
with
this
the live
man-child
stream
here?
on your
We
phone.
have like a few clips of us catching fish off the boat together. But other than that, the two of us have never really done a video together. I've had one with me, him, and James where
Yeah.
I caught a 412,
Yeah.
but we call that a 5-pounder around here.
Shoot, son, that's a 5-pound bass. Woo!
That was like my second video. My first one I shot on an action cam that was an imitation GoPro.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of the worst
Picasso.
videos I've ever seen ever.
Hey,
My-
thanks, man. That was
My
cool.
third video was filmed entirely on a GoPro Hero 7, which we do have in the studio at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's
We
now
have it.
right above quadrant 4's frame, actually. Yeah, there's that GoPro 7 right up there is the one.
In that video, I did some fly fishing for bluegill and a single small bass.
And by that he means he was dressed super fly and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was fishing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And by fly,
That's
he
how
means
fly-
flies.
I know
Actual
I'm super
fly.
He was
fly.
covered in maggots and flies.
That's how you attract fish.
I know
is
I'm super
flies.
fly
so-
like Gucci Man.
I know I'm super fly. Yeah. Yep. He
Okay.
knows. He's
So what we're
Gucci.
talking about today is a $10 clothesline. Can it be used as a pro
Are
drum?
we gonna bring it in? Are we gonna show it?
Yeah. Here it is. Ready? Boom! There's your
Clothesline.
$10 clothesline, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Give me my $10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did it look like a clothesline when I did it? I could have seen in the monitoring. It's so far behind. I'll do it again.
No,
just so
do
I
it
can see.
again. Yeah.
Boom!
Ugh. See.
Oh, now I get to watch
See,
over
we see
here.
it. We see it.
Boom!
in a
no,
delay.
No, I did terribly.
Not.
I
not as
needed
good.
to have moved the arm so close into frame that it doesn't matter how I withdraw it.
Okay.
But instead, I moved it, and then you could just see me just move it. So
Mhm.
I failed.
Okay.
Sorry, YouTube. I suck at that kind of shit. Good thing that's not my job. You're welcome. You're welcome, internet.
Yeah.
Audio, video, fishing.
Fishing, clotheslining the
Yeah,
camera.
clotheslining.
Huh. We need to
Infinity
get more special
powers.
effects in there for when you clothesline it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we need to set up like an
That's-
explosion.
maybe that's
I
effect.
what
could
we
shake
needed.
the camera, you know.
Yeah, we need a little camera shake for that one.
Exactly.
I remember about man, it must have been almost a year ago now. You're doing some of that 3D imaging stuff with creating 3D models
Yeah.
and modeling
we
explosions
actually-
and oh yeah, the music video
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, we did a Grimes music video that we debuted on
Oh,
this
yeah.
channel.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah, that's gotten hundreds of views now. So thank you for all of
Really?
you who checked out the Grimes video.
Check out the
Man,
Grimes video
that
for sure.
First few months with it, it seemed to not do very well. I guess recently with more attention, it got more
That's
attention
right.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. As more videos are viewed on the channel, the likelihood that others will be increases as well. So I think eventually it'll get some more light of day. But honestly, when we made the video, y'all, I don't know if you remember me having commented, but I was a little surprised that we weren't at least in the contention for winning the prize that Grimes was giving out for that particular video activity that she had us doing. But some other one won that wasn't really that cool. So
I don't think I ever got to see the one that won the contest.
it was pretty lame, and you could see like reference marks on the green screens and shit through their shit. Like Phil had covered the reference marks on the green screen with effects and stuff so that it was obscured, you know. Whereas our competition, they left a right angle mark on the green screen, a reference mark for placement.
Amateurs.
In their final video.
Amateurs.
And they won over us.
Right.
And also, we entered another contest for the Terminator,
The
the new
Terminator,
Terminator
Dark
movie.
Fate trailer.
And then they
That one you
they
just
showed
cut
us
up
trailer
the
that-
same video, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
they
gets
gave
the
us all
same
pieces.
clips, and you get
Yeah.
to put it together
Yeah, you
how
put
you
it
want.
together,
Yeah.
and then you do the sound and
Yeah, and they showed
sound
us the one
effects
that won, and that one was honestly just not as good as ours either. So
It
really,
makes you think that maybe they don't actually look at all of them. They've got to
I'm
just
almost
take.
sure they couldn't have if they didn't choose ours.
They got to
Anything-
just take a sample of the submissions and choose between those.
They
Right.
must. They must. That's what they must be doing. Or maybe it's rigged, and they already have someone who they're going to give it to. You know, they're like, well, we know this kid who can make really good trailers, so we'll give him this prize after we make a trailer contest, right? Because look, Master Phil is the master of filling
Of-
video screens with high quality content.
Well, okay, so both of those contests actually taught
It was
me
probably
a
my
hell
fault
of a
that we
lot.
lost, honestly, because I put too much sound effect. I think we had kind of constant sound effect, and I think that's not as appropriate for a trailer.
Yeah.
I think it should have been more periodic rather than constant.
Yeah, so
Well-
it could have gone past them though. Like we were going for more like sound effect as the music, you know, because so it was
Indeed.
like
The
it
sound
had
effect
rhythm.
was the soundtrack in
It,
a way.
it had rhythm
And-
and all of that, but
It had
it
rhythm.
wasn't music, which
No, I didn't score
Right.
the thing like the winner
Right.
did.
so
Well,
that
the winner
could get
scored
past
it.
that could get past somebody's perspective.
The winner
possibly.
scored it with an
For-
orchestral score that sucked.
For a trailer, I would do music that was more, man, what's the word? Exciting or trying to build up tension.
Suspenseful.
Yes, suspenseful music, but
That is
only
exactly
a little bit
exactly
in certain
why
places.
we did what we did.
Yeah.
Because it gives you anxious feeling. It builds angst as the
But also,
such that at the end it's almost piercing and you're really agitated.
yeah,
Right.
but I would do that in certain parts, and then have a sharp noise or something when you see something that gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen. But there
He's
would also
describing
be
exactly
periods
what we did
of
so far.
very little sound, like
Yeah.
maybe
Right.
the
That's what we were
wind,
missing.
the wind
Yeah.
blowing through a certain angle that caused it to whistle just in the slightest bit, or the sound of maybe the ideal sound of like a tumbleweed going down a road.
Right.
Just something to show emptiness for a brief time.
Mm-hmm. Or the contrast.
Well, for dynamic purposes,
Exactly.
that's great.
Exactly.
What's
we
cool?
may have lacked dynamics.
Yeah, it's possible.
To summarize, Master Phil, as usual, the verbal master as well, has summarized correctly that we just didn't have the dynamics because it was a little too constant.
Yeah, but doing these contests definitely taught us a whole lot about us working together as
And I
a
think
unit.
we make better products, outcomes each time as well. You know?
yeah, for sure.
I think we're building our skills. Really, y'all, that's why we're doing these contests. We're not trying to it's not like we're gonna
Get
break
big
our heart
off of
if
a
we
win.
win, right?
Right.
We're trying to use the opportunity in the most effective way possible for our development.
Right.
And
I
if
think
you
that
were
that's
to
what
win,
happened.
that's just press.
That's just cherry icing
Yeah,
on
exactly.
on the cake.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's how we were thinking of it, and I think that it's been beneficial. So, if I sound bitter, it's because I am. But in addition, I do realize that I have been enriched, and also having been embittered.
Okay.
So I'm rich and bitter, like chocolate.
Dark
Chocolate
chocolate.
rain.
That's all right.
You ever heard of chocolate rain?
I'm
Remember
probably
that
too
guy?
young for
Chocolate
that
Rain?
stuff, man.
Chocolate rain.
When
There was a
was
guy-
that? Was that?
It was an early YouTube-ish
Oh.
meme.
Hmm.
It was a guy that sang real deep, and he sang a song about chocolate rain. He was African American individual.
rain.
Yeah, just like that. Sands of them, chocolate rain.
Okay. Okay, let's bring the clothesline over here so that we can at least show them what we're talking about.
Rather
We-
than bringing the camera this way, right, like we
Yeah.
usually do.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it over to you guys
We bring it
Over
to
to the
you
quadrants.
in-house.
in house.
In
Just
your
Just for
house.
you guys.
Your
Into living
house.
rooms and streaming people's houses across America.
Exactly. So check out this little device Lynn picked up.
What do we got here?
What do we got?
What do we
Look at
have
that
here?
little thing. That ain't even
That's a
A little
anything at
tiny
all.
white box.
That ain't
It's
nothing.
difficult to distinguish what it is at all.
It's just a
It's
white
just a
box with what,
Nondescript,
a knob on it and a little thing to pull out.
indiscriminate, non-scripted scribble scrap.
It's,
Scribble scrap.
that's right.
That's a new word for
So-
today.
Okay.
What
Today's
this
new word
is a
is scribble
retractable
scrap.
clothesline that you pull out and attach to the wall on the other side, conventionally, on this thing that this slots down into in a key slot-like fashion. Now, you might say, why would we have a clothesline in a recording studio? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. Internet, because what you see behind me, let me see.
Can you see what's behind us? Do I need
What
to pick
you
up the
see-
camera?
Behind and to the camera right of me,
That is so beautifully bokeh out right now.
right here, is a built-in made of wood that's this high. And
You're explaining it real
the
well.
drum
bud.
cage is behind there. See?
Continue.
Yeah.
That
so
right there?
That's the drum cage.
Clear area with the absorbers around it. That's where we got the drums.
Mhm.
The acoustic drums. You guys know the electric drums are right here with fishing vortex.
out.
Mhm.
I turn them off because I don't want to mess with it on accident. But
Yeah, he's unlike Derek, our other esteemed guest.
That
He
slams
actually
them.
attempts to not
Ah.
disrupt the flow of our presentation. So
rather
that's new.
flow through
Yeah.
it.
That's new. That's a new thing.
Yeah, but
So-
I always like when Derek comes onto the stream,
Yeah.
disrupting our
The
stream. It's
interruptions, the
fun.
chaos.
Yeah.
It's the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life, right?
Right, exactly.
What
Wouldn't
would
it
life
just
be
be a
without-
great big old drag if we were all the same?
I
Yeah,
mean, exactly.
As they say, his grandpa taught him that one.
Oh yeah.
So,
I hear it at least once a week.
All right.
so the cool thing about this is I can attach this up there on that built-in to another built-in that's the same height across the way, which if I move out of the way of the camera, I can probably demonstrate is over here somewhere, kind of behind where my mic is. The other side of the built-in. Oh yeah, it's right
There.
there actually.
I'm gonna preview
Yeah, you can
program.
see.
I'm putting you in the main program now.
I'm
There it
holding
is.
my hand above where the other built-in side is, right?
Yeah. So there's the built-in.
So
over
what
there.
we're gonna do is run this steel cable clothesline across the top of that built-in over there and onto the other one.
onto the other side. Yeah.
The other side in camera. In my other side of my camera there.
Now,
Okay.
do you
So-
think that the locking mechanism for the clothesline will be able to hold up what you're trying to hang from it?
That's a good question. The clothesline states that it's rated for 44 pounds of weight.
44.
That's
And-
a lot of weight.
It's advertised that the locking mechanism keeps the clothesline from sagging excessively. So that is precisely the reason why we would need a lock on this thing. And it's a lock right here. It's not two knobs like it looks like. One of them is the clothesline, which is a retractable clothesline, normal retractable clothesline in there. And the other is a locking knob so that once you have it out, you can lock it, and then it won't allow for retraction, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
once it's out there, once it's locked, see now it's a toy.
Very
It's a
thin
toy
line.
wire.
toy,
Might not be able to
Really
see
unlock
that.
44 pounds.
And then we can retract
Come on
it back.
back.
Okay.
Right?
So the idea is
And guess what else is cool about this? This thing mounts on a plate that you can just go and then pull off of the plate. Huh?
a
So-
quick release plate.
We're going to be able to put this plate screwed onto the top of that built-in and this other metal plate that's behind this keyhole style thing on the other side of the built-in and mount it in such a way as it would be pulling downward, such as gravity would do, mounting in this orientation up there on that one. And then this plate, as it's designed to be hung on a wall, will be accomplishing the same concept, but in a horizontal orientation rather than a vertical one on a wall.
Right.
So
basically,
It's a whole lot of bang for your buck, bud.
So basically, the clothesline is to put sound blankets on.
yeah, what I neglected to mention about the clothesline is why would I want a clothesline across there? Well, it's because this drum enclosure that we have here doesn't actually have a top on it.
Mhm.
So a lot of times in studios when there's a drum area, you'll have what's called a cloud or a suspended panel from the ceiling above the drums, mitigating the effects of the echo from the ceiling. So in order to accomplish that same mitigation here, we're going to string a clothesline across it, and then I have these same kinds of moving blanket style blankets that they call sound blankets because they're double thickness and they have grommets in them already. So we'll use carabiners on grommets to attach those blankets, one going forward from the wire and one going backward toward the back of the booth from the wire. And then we'll have essentially a drum tent.
There's some sirens going on. I think they're coming to get you, Billy.
Yeah, they probably have heard of my drum tent idea and they're here to admonish its existence completely.
Yeah,
should
they're like,
be
that's
illegal to
this
make a
kid's
drum
too
tent.
smart, man.
For
Yeah, they
10
said,
bucks.
hey, what you doing over there? That can't be right. You
That
going to
can't
jail,
be
son.
right. That DIY
You done
drum
cheated
tent
the
can't be
system,
right.
man.
So,
Cheating.
You mean you ain't gonna spend $100 on a damn umbrella?
Okay.
so this is an idea I've had floating around for a while, y'all. I've needed a way to create some absorption that is above the drum enclosure because, as many of you recording engineers who watch probably know, when you record the drums in even a live room environment, you need to have some control over what's happening after that initial transient is coming off the head of the drum, because they're very loud, very active sounds. A lot of sonic energy needs to be controlled in drumming. It's probably the most in need of sonic energy control of any of the kinds of things that we record in a studio. So
Other than Josh's mouth.
Yeah.
he's the most energetic, but second most would definitely be the drums. And so to mitigate the potential
got
for
that energy.
explosive uncontrolled audio energy in here,
Which is most
A
of what I do.
drum tent style of drum enclosure here will provide sufficient absorption while still allowing for a comfortable area for the drummer to exist within for his drumming.
Right.
Most of these drum enclosures, when they're fully enclosed, are like a hot box.
Yeah.
You might as well
Hot
just
box.
give up on trying to breathe oxygen in there because it's going to run out quick.
Yeah, and the drummer's the sweatiest
Get this man a
person
tank.
in the band.
The drummer's already the sweatiest person in the band. He's working hard.
Uh-huh.
And then they put him in this fucking sealed enclosure
Yeah.
where there's no air coming in.
Yeah.
and any fan in there is just blowing hot ass air in him, on him that's from within him.
Right.
And so instead of that concept, we're gonna have not quite full seal, but we'll have full envelopment of absorptive material.
Okay.
So that should allow for some ventilation capabilities for the drummer.
Right.
And we'll put a little oscillating fan in there on low,
Okay.
right? Because once we're recording drums, you can't hear that shit anymore.
Yeah.
But also, there's some other things we'll be showing you about how
Right.
we do removal of additional audio energy in tracks that you have unwanted audio energy in. In fact, I think we already talked a little bit about one of the programs that we are using for that, right? The new plugin on the Universal Audio platform, I believe. I showed them some audio reduction, some noise reduction, didn't I?
Right.
On one stream.
I believe so. We did do some noise
Yeah,
reduction.
I'm really
Wow.
excited about some of these new Universal Audio plugins, and one of them is the plugin that does real time noise reduction. So if there is an audio issue stemming from the HVAC, the AC, well, it can hear that before you start recording. So as you move a dial, a software dial, it just removes that gradually until it's so far down into the noise floor that it's inaudible.
Ooh, that's
That's
awesome.
in real time.
That's cool.
So then
That's
you can
some
record
elaboration right
it
there.
and it's
yeah.
clean instead of you having to go clean it afterwards,
Right.
which is what I usually do with Isotope RX,
Right.
RX7.
Yeah.
RX has excellent noise
Excellent.
reduction algorithms and processes, but they are not real time. They must be done in post.
Right.
So to have something that is doing it right then and there is pretty killer, y'all.
It is pretty killer, especially if you're doing video and you have, like you're always like you're thinking about the video aspect, but then there's that audio aspect where like you look at your footage later and you're like, oh no, the freaking AC was on and
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
We've
So-
literally been there.
We've been there.
We shot a feature film, well, a short film for Ethan Loomis, Let's Go Inside,
Yeah.
a 23.5-minute short film that contained audio of varying flavors that we had to try to match. So if an air conditioner was near the room that we were shooting in, if the mechanical, the machines were in the attic above the room we were shooting in, that machine noise was coming into our audio,
Right.
and then we needed to somehow deal with that to match the audio as we're cutting from one person's face in one room to another person's face, cut scenes back and forth. Well, what if your audio is changing every 3 seconds like that? Well, that's quite noticeable. So once we were into the weeds with that, then we're thinking, oh, we got to match this audio better than this, right? So then I come back and forensically deal with these audio files, and then we have to rematch that all to the footage and everything. So it turns into quite an endeavor for each of us individually as well as together.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Whenever we were doing YouTube in the Family Gaming Vortex, we always would think of it as if you have a really good video, like your video looks great, is perfect, but the sound is terrible, people will still click off that video immediately.
Yeah.
But if you
They'll
have
start it, but then they'll leave it quickly.
if there's
Yeah.
a pretty bad video, but there's a great sound, even if the video is like really bad,
Yeah.
people will still watch it for significantly longer than if the sound was bad.
Right. So, so the sound like quickly becomes the most important thing whenever it comes to somebody being tolerant of watching a video.
And interested, drawn in.
Yeah.
right?
You get 8
You
seconds.
become captivated
Yeah.
mentally by the soundtrack of the movie.
Right.
And there's been some YouTube little demonstrations of this sort of thing,
Yeah.
right? Stevie T, I think, did one where he's like, okay, let's run the same scene, but without the music, and we'll see if we still feel the same way about this.
Yes.
And then it's almost like laughably like, oh, it doesn't even make me feel sad anymore. The music's gone. Now I'm okay with it.
I
Right.
mean, music is just one of the best tools to draw out emotion for anything, any type of emotion, for any scene you're trying to do in a video, or any way you're trying to make someone feel with a song. It's
Yeah.
just by far the easiest way to get an emotional reaction.
Right. Exactly. And if you're
Predictable emotional reaction based on what the music sounds like, even.
right, yeah, if you're trying to set up a scene, the music is usually what brings you into that scene, and sometimes even like the transition is a sound before it's even a transition in a clip.
Right.
So that is a way to make your transition smooth, is to start with the sound, you know. And so everything that we do in the studio is actually based on sound advice from Dan, right?
I mean,
it's like,
he's the
Forgive
one.
the double meaning, because the advice is sound, and it's
Literally.
about the sound.
literally
He
though,
knows- He knows all this stuff, and we just sit here and we force him to talk about it
Yeah.
all day.
we kind of give him this blank stare until he like totally explains it all, and then
Yeah.
and then he like so basically if you look around the studio, every little thing does something for the sound in the studio.
Yeah. I was just telling, we had a guest here, an individual named Simon from the UK, who is visiting here in Austin. Welcome, Simon.
Great
if you're
piano
watching.
player, by the way.
Yeah, you sounded great. You're awesome. Maybe you should be the next musical guest next weekend. But Simon was in here, and I was telling him, as I tell most guests here in the studio, that each of the objects in this entire place are placed in that manner for a very specific reason, having to do with the way they influence the sound in the room. So everything from the sconces here and the cutouts to this wall behind Master Phil that you see each week, to the orientation of all of the panels and every single panel that you can see in all these shots. They're all in a specific place for a specific reason, and it's to influence the way the sound is working in this space in the most positive, pleasant sounding way possible.
Right. And so today what we're talking about is pleasant farting noises that Josh is bringing in. But next time when you come to the stream, we should have this sound blanket.
Yeah, we'll have
Clothesline.
installed this $10 clothesline sound booth
Make
for the
sure
drums.
you
Right.
come on over next week, same time. Well, hopefully 2 hours earlier than this. We're
never
incredibly
know.
late.
You never
Yeah,
know.
hang out with us late.
So we'll show you, and we'll tell you how it went, and we'll tell you if you should, in fact, get this product.
Right. So
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all it is to that.
that's pretty much all
That's
it is
all.
today.
That's all I have to say about that, as Forrest Gump would say.
We gonna play a little music now
Thank you.
in the
We might
in the
have to
stream.
do that.
All right. Okay, let's do it.
Can we
mean-
see a time that has elapsed? No,
You
I
guys
don't
know
think we
that
can.
it has come to the time to
It's certainly
do something
been
musical.
close to 40 minutes.
Yeah, the musicality
The musicality is
musicality
part
is
of it.
imminently upon us.
Now the real reason I'm here is because I can sing better than both of these
Oh, come on
bozos.
now.
Oh man!
Oh,
Wow. And
boy.
he's so humble too.
I
It's
know,
just,
man.
Like, amazing.
That's
How
one
do
of the
you- how do you
things I
stay-
pride myself on.
Yeah,
How do you stay so humble?
That's amazing.
Now,
It's just no
servant, show me how to
No.
do this microphone.
absurd pridefulness happening.
Not a bit. None.
Guitar levels, yeah, that's got to come down.
Guitar. I'm gonna go get some water.
Uh-oh. Now that he's bragged on his singing, he's already got to go get water.
Yeah. Okay. So today is the greatest day.
Today is.
So-
Today is.
Okay, let's do a little just sound check. Make sure that your voice and
The
this
guitar is good. The guitar is good in the mix now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, talk over it.
Hello, this is the Fishing Vortex speaking live from Infinity Times Infinity Studios.
Yeah.
Welcome
So,
to Disney Soarin'.
Should I be drumming then?
Oh.
Or should I play bass? Because we will have no drums if I don't drum. Right?
Yeah.
So you can't really play bass. So why don't you stand here and sing into this microphone?
Into the beautiful
Look at this thing.
gigantic
How professional does that look?
microphone.
I like this
And it
angle
sounds
too.
it sounds
This
great.
angle looks great, man.
And you know what else is great about singing into this microphone? You can hear yourself.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, you will in a way. Don't put them both on because you need to hear the outside as well.
Yeah, I gotta hear
So
how I'm
that's how I
sounding
usually
out.
do it. Half cracked or the whole ear out. But half
I got
cracked,
big ears, man.
half cracked is probably my preferred method, just like that. Because then you can hear it on both sides, but then you have the room as well coming in through here. It's a little
Okay.
weird, right?
It's very
You'll-
strange.
You'll hear yourself.
It's
the
quite
first
weird.
time with it.
Oh boy.
I think I can put some reverb on you. You want some reverb?
Sure, just a little hair.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna add it to this here. So we'll choose your channel. We'll put sends on fader, and we'll send you these two.
Okay.
Now you got a little reverb.
Hello. Oh, there's a little bit.
Today
Today is.
Y'alls.
Yeah, there's a little bit there. I can hear just a little bit there.
Yeah,
Just a little.
perfect. That's what I wanted.
Sounds like a school bathroom in here.
Maybe a little too much. I might turn it down a little
Just,
little touch.
just a hair.
Okay. Okay. We're right here. Sends on fader. We're gonna.
I have no idea what that means.
Is it better? Not
Yeah,
much wrong?
I can. It's just so slight now. I think that's good.
Cool. Here's your lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Lyrics.
You can- let's see. I guess you can put this pretty much front and center.
Oh yeah.
Can you see that? That's tiny.
Buddy, I have some really good eyes.
Yeah, me too. That's no problem for me. I don't know what I was saying. I totally can see that. What am I saying?
All right, let's do this
Let's
thing.
get it, man.
All right. Okay. So, basically, Infinity Times Infinity Studios.
So I come in after 2, right?
That, yeah.
Yep. I still have all the mics on, I believe. So you're gonna get the full room this time, y'all. Minus the
And then I
bass.
play through
Yeah.
4
Derek, if
bars.
you're watching, we
and
miss
then
you, buddy.
You start singing, okay?
We're
What
missing
does
you.
4 bars sound like? I haven't taken
It's
music
1,
theory in
2,
like 2 years.
3, 4. That's 1.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2.
so 16 notes.
I will
Yes,
look at
16
you whenever you start singing.
16
I'll be like,
beats.
ha! Okay.
I don't know if I can deal with that.
Ah! Okay, let's do it. Guys ready?
I'm gonna need to adjust this a little bit. I
Oh,
can't
yeah, you
drum-
gotta
can't
get the
drum
mic.
like this.
Gotta get the mic out the
Yeah.
way.
It was tucked back in that corner there.
It's kind of over here like this, right?
It was indeed.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah? It's out the way. Alright. Here we go.
Today is the greatest.
for a terrible debut, boys.
Sweet. All right.
Gotta love that unwarmed up
Hey.
voice.
What he meant was,
Way to go.
today is.
All right.
Today is
Right.
the greatest day. Something like that.
Exactly. There we go. So yeah. So thanks for watching the stream. Infinity Times Infinity Studios.
We hope today is your greatest day you've ever known.
We had Fishing Vortex in the house. You know, he's singing. He's bringing it up in the world.
We'll be back and better soon enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe he'll come clean on his claim that he's actually better than me.
Which Dan
I
had
sang
sang
a lot
couple.
on. I sang a lot on this.
Maybe if
I
do
sang
an
Tyler by the
original-
Toadies. It wasn't great. I must admit.
Right. So
I missed all the ad libs essentially, so that wasn't that cool. But yeah, he could do better for sure. So
All right.
I mean,
no, I
we'll
mean,
try to make a little bit of original music that suits the way I sing a little better.
what you want to do? You want a redemption here
Yeah.
right now?
No, not right.
Oh, coming up soon. Okay, cool.
Unless you want to crank out space for the end,
I mean,
because that's all we got.
I always mess up going into the chorus unless I've played it.
Played it a few times.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it a few times.
oh, you know what? I think I had the drums basically down almost
All the way?
I heard them.
You did?
Were you
Yeah.
hearing them?
Yeah. So that means
It was
they were
pretty low.
It was pretty
they were
low,
in
but they were there. Yeah. I usually have this up and that up a little more. Now listen to them in the mix.
Oh yeah. That's in there a little bit more.
All right. So, turned up in the mix is the drums. We will definitely have Fishing Vortex on more,
I'll be
and
back
he's
eventually.
coming back. I think that
I'd be back. He's like Schwarzenegger. We were just talking about a Schwarzenegger movie. How better to end, how much more fitting could we be to end our stream than to quote the great Governator himself.
yeah, Arnold.
Yeah.
The former Governor of
And
California.
always remember
The
people.
former Governor of California.
Oh snap! It
Uh-oh.
means it's time.
And
That means
always
it's time.
remember
It
people.
means it's time.
Screw your freedom.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for watching Infinity Times Infinity Studios. Go to the .com. Like, subscribe. If you made it this far, why not? We got the Fishing Vortex. Go to his channel, subscribe. Masterfields Media, subscribe. Yes, sir.
I might try to make a video.
Take a look at
pretty soon.
InfinityTimesInfinityStudios.com if you hadn't already. We have many artistic things there and more artistic things to come.
Right.
Yeehaw.
Thank you for watching. Peace out.